Hello friends, welcome back to me forgetting to pull the microphone on my headset down. Welcome back to this playthrough of Symphony of War. Today we're going to look at the arena. It's where we end up making a crap ton of our money. It's where we get a lot of our level ups done for characters. It's where we get basically everything but resources, the material items. What it is deploying some of our beater units, a healer, the squad we want doing all of the final blows, and someone else. Eventually, when we have the unit set up to force surrender everything at all times, that would usually be Diana or Barnabas if we're training because of Mentor. We just run forward, stand on this hill, and stuff happens. We then put Stefan in the bushes so he can ambush. What we're going to do here is murder the archer team. Right now we're not really sticking to our good volleys, but you'll notice just got a bunch of stat ups and the like.
I must be brave.
Ready.
We're here just to make sure no one sneaks by and takes our castle. We're also going to heal when needed. Shouldn't be too needed, though. The enemy will, of course, charge Stefan, which is the worst thing in the world. His passives don't trigger it the correct way when defending, only when attacking. We want him to be out of melee range of stuff, so he can ambush them on our turn. That was a bit of an unforced error on my part. But anyway, now that it is our turn again, one day I'll be able to speak real good like.
Bet you didn't see this one coming.
See, that's what we're supposed to do. We get a lot more money that way. The units used in this can be anything. You'll see a lot of firearms units.
Donar be with us.
And until we get ourselves trained, we're not going to wipe out squads in the first attack phase.
My friends are counting on me.
Would it be nice if we could? It absolutely would. We can force surrenders, though. And now, Stefan probably going to die. Death here doesn't matter too much. His unit's threat rating is a bit low. Unfortunately.
School is in session.
We go aggressive just to make sure we can kill off that front line. We somehow survived that. That was pretty cool. And we'll run away so the enemy can't counterattack us.
Repent before the righteous.
And thanks to volleys being set up correctly-ish in this group, we at least have 2 of them, we can take out 3 lines of characters easily enough. And then Abigail will get this unit. And we'll end our turn. There are benefits in this to finishing within 6 turns. We're not going to S-rank because we lost a unit. At least I think we're going to S-rank because we lost a unit. We're going to seize, we're going to get loyalty up, we're going to look at what we get. Same rewards here. You'll get usually 1 or 2 items, a stat boost, the 2 XP, CP codexes, and then a trait. These items can be any artifacts. You can get legendary ones from here. The odds are not great in anything other than platinum. In platinum, you're almost guaranteed, you are not fully guaranteed, but almost guaranteed to get any legendary you don't have. And then if you have all of the legendaries, it'll give you an epic that you don't have. I say almost because I S-ranked it on one of my playthroughs. I was missing 1 artifact, and it didn't give it to me. I had to abuse the marketplace by buying everything in the marketplace over and over and over and over again until it finally spawned. And it was unfortunately one of the good ones. But that's the arena. You just do that over and over and over again, and once you can surrender enemy units, you'll make between 5 and 12,000 gold per arena, depending on drops and how lucky you get with unit drops. Then you buy bronze arena tokens for less money than it costs to go in, or sometimes you can get the higher level ones. If you get a silver, it's 2 bronze. If you get a gold, it's 4 bronze. If you get a platinum, it's 8 bronze. You just get the most from doing bronze over and over and over again. You can make an argument for a couple things that you can do silver, and that wouldn't be the worst argument to make. Notice here, these silvers mostly just get turned into bronze, though. It costs 44.85. Turns into 2 bronze. Each bronze will make us, should make us more than 2,240 gold, and then the XP and stuff we make from it. Now that the cost is increasing here, this may not at all be worth it. But we can save. We can look at our army and see. Do we want to class change him into anything? I'm not sure what I am supposed to be class changing him into. The best part is you can check to see if they can then immediately promote, or would be able to immediately promote. He can't because, of course, he doesn't have the CP. But then if you demote back to Bowman, he retains the max CP and can promote into anything you want him to. So it'll actually turn him into a scout at the moment, because from a scout he can turn into field cannon, gunner, or hussar, which any of those are fine. I think we need at least a couple of those, regardless of what he will ends up becoming in the long term. So let's do one more bronze, and we'll try not to get Stefan killed. Show you S rank. You'll notice the cannon units. The enemy can use. The enemy can have classes here that you can't. As in, you haven't unlocked them. We always want to have us in these, just because we get benefits when people seize. That is not the case once we have all our stuff set up. Also, doing arenas is a way to get your stuff set up. We can cheat the process along with the memory fragments, which is another reason I have those.
I love this part.
I must not fail. Do not guide my attack.
For my people, for my homeland, I must stay strong.
And this is better positioning. The enemy will run forward. Stuff will give us ambush chances. You saw that. The old way to power level would be to come in a bronze arena as soon as you unlocked bronze arena. Put anything you wanted to gain plus leadership in Barnabas's unit. Walk him over to this tile. And sit there and let the, after you kill off the non-archer squads, just let the archer squads shoot over and over and over again, and you gain a few XP. Every time they shot, you could spend days doing that, and basically level every character except the 3 or 4 that cannot go into his unit at the moment, which is the main character, Diana. I don't think Abigail's locked. Stefan, I believe, is locked to group leadership. But everything else you could throw in there. You could level as much as you wanted. You could get max CP out. You could get their leadership up to 100. And then they could join their own groups and immediately have 9 characters in them.
School is in session.
It doesn't work anymore. It got nerfed. But that one was interesting while it lasted.
Getting real thirsty.
I await your command. I must be brave. Sayuna will never die.
Probably should have taken the cannons out when we had a chance. Don't like that we left that unit alive.
Oh, so, did you need something? Bet you didn't see this one coming.
And we get the kill there.
My friends are counting on me.
Abigail's dragons are pretty neat.
The time to act is now.
We do want to make sure that nothing is able to take the fortress, or we lose. Sometimes if you're too occupied with standing over here and pulling stuff to you, stuff will just wander over towards the fortress. Take it. I mean, friends, if you want to come after the healer unit, that's not actually threatening you. Be my guest, but...
I love this part.
that is an ambushable spot. So let's ambush. $600 free gold.
I can do this.
Master Sergeant, awaiting orders.
Let's force a surrender.
I must not fail.
And we'll get the kill.
Time to even the odds.
I'll move Narima forward.
For my people, for my homeland.
We'll wish we had paladins in there instead of the acolytes, because I think acolytes don't get heals, but paladins do.
I ain't got all day.
Do not guide my attack.
And that guy should suicide himself on his next turn. Way to go. Barnabas will seize. And cross your fingers for something amazing in our item drops. Nope. 2,400 gold, just for completing it though. That means it's still profitable. That's it for arenas though. Just wanted to show you what they were. Anytime we talk about doing arenas, we basically mean that. I suppose I will show off platinum, gold, and silver at some point, but that may not be for a bit. Until next time, thanks y'all.